Today I am making vegetable pilau. This recipe serves 4 to 6 people. It's gluten-free, vegan friendly. For it you will need 225 grams of basmati rice, 2 tablespoons of oil, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 2 bay leaves, 4 green cardamom pods, 4 cloves, 1 onion, finely chopped, 1 carrot, finely diced, 50 grams of frozen peas, 50 grams of frozen sweetcorn, 25 grams of lightly fried cashew nuts, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin, and this recipe calls for salt, but I don't cook with it, so add it if you want to in the amount that pleases you. You may have noticed that I have more ingredients than I have told you, but that's because I cook in bulk, but I've given you the set list ingredients and you can add or decrease as you like. Before you do any cooking, you need to wash your 225 grams of rice until it comes clean. You'll have to change the water a few times and then plonk the rice in a bowl and cover with water and leave for half an hour. After your rice is soaked, you'll heat your oil in a pan. You want a fairly deep pan, a pan with a lid, because otherwise your ingredients will overfloweth. So pour some oil in there. The recipe calls for just a normal onion, but I've got some red onions about. You want this finely chopped. Fry off half a teaspoon of cumin seeds for a couple of minutes. I reckon they're starting to fry, so now you add your 2 bay leaves, 4 cardamom pods, and 4 cloves, which also smells like Christmas. Cook for another couple of minutes, stir occasionally. Whilst I'm waiting, I'm going to start to skin and chop the carrot. I mean, sure, I could use a vegetable peeler like any normal human being, but sometimes I just like to use a knife to peel with. Half it again. First, add the onion. Fry until soft and brown. To add your carrot. If you cut the carrot too big, it won't cook properly and you'll end up with raw carrot. Next, you want to add your rice, assuming by this point it has soaked for half an hour. I recommend putting in more than the 225 grams that the recipe calls for, because quite a lot of it gets lost when you come to rinse the rice. More of it gets stuck to the side of the bowl when you're pouring it out. To the pan, 25 grams of cashew nuts, 50 grams of peas, and your 50 grams of sweet corn. This looks like it's fried enough now. So next you want to add your 475 millilitres of water. Give that a stir. Add 1/4 teaspoon of your ground cumin. You want to bring this to the boil, so I've turned it up and it's starting to boil nicely now. I'm going to turn it back down. Now you want to cover it. And basmati rice generally takes about 10 minutes to cook. So leave that for 10 minutes, 15 tops. But you'll be able to tell when all the water has been absorbed. All right, now we come to check it. Ooh, looks done. That's definitely done. That, ladies and gentlemen, is vegetable pilau. So if you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all the good stuff.
If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends. You can also follow us on Twitter or Facebook if you just can't get enough vlog.